Well, ladies and gentlemen, Disney has been forced to admit failure yet again. And this is something that Disney doesn't like to do. This is probably the last thing that anybody at Disney wants to be doing right now. And yet here we are. They are being forced to admit failure because ultimately you cannot run from the numbers forever, right? The numbers are the numbers. They're never going to lie. Men lie, women lie, numbers never lie. It's an old saying, but it is the truest saying. So we have an article here from Bounding Into Comics that has a headline that says Disney's magic fades as company admits being at odds with consumers in recent SEC reports. So Disney has officially come out and admitted that they're not on the best side of things when it comes to the consumer. The consumer basically does not trust Disney, does not like Disney, and doesn't want to support Disney anymore, not like they used to, and rightfully so. Disney has put themselves in a position where they essentially alienated over 50% of their client base simply by deciding to get woke and go broke. You know, they had an opportunity to be politically neutral when it came to the parental rights and education bill, and they decided that that was not the course of action that they wanted to take. They wanted to go full on ESG. They wanted to go full on woke. They wanted to completely indoctrinate children, and that was their decision, and that's what lost the American family. So let's get into this article, guys, from Bounding Into Comics. But of course, before we do, if you are new here, just consider hitting that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it, and like the video to push us out into the YouTube algorithm. So it says the Walt Disney Company appears ready to fully acknowledge the cost of its political and social agenda. Revealed in recent filings to the Securities and Exchange Commission, Disney notes to regulators and potential investors in its business, we face risks relating to misalignment with public and consumer tastes and preferences for entertainment, travel, and consumer products, which impact demand for our entertainment offerings and products and the profitability of any of our businesses. Well, I think that's putting it really lightly. When they say we face risks relating to misalignment with public and consumer taste and preferences for entertainment, that was your choice. It's not that you just magically don't understand the market. No, no, no. You know damn well what people are looking for. You know damn well what your audience is looking for. You are actively choosing to not do it. You are choosing to not give the fans what they want. It's an old saying, but you know it's true. You are choosing the path that you have gone down. It's not anybody else that chose it for you. You chose it, Disney. You chose to go woke, and that is your prerogative. That is your decision that you're going to have to live with. And now, over time, you're starting to realize that you're really not too big to fail. I know Disney's huge and they got a ton of money, but eventually everything bleeds dry and everything dies. It says, to put simply, Disney's taking on water and they know it. By law, they have to inform current and would-be investors of this fact. The magic is fading. Disney's latest animation Wish failed to meet box office expectations. According to a report from Variety, Disney's latest animated endeavor just managed to make a fairly disappointing $19.5 million on opening weekend and a total of $31.7 million at the 5 days that followed. The movie was projected to notch the top spot over a family-oriented holiday weekend with an estimated $35 million for the weekend and projections between $40 and $50 million for the following business day. Instead, Wish managed to trail the Hunger Games prequel, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, and Ridley Scott's Napoleon. It's Disney's Strange World all over again. Past Disney Thanksgiving releases like Frozen, Frozen 2, and Coco stand as evidence that this is an entertainment company that used to know what they were doing. More so, Disney used to know their audience. But guys, I want to be very clear. Disney knows who their audience is. They know exactly what people want. They know exactly what people are looking for. They are actively not doing it purposefully. They don't want to put out the content and entertainment that people are actually looking for. This is the issue. They know their audience, man. They know exactly what's happening. They can see their failures. They can see the analytics. They can see the viewership. They can see all of this. They have access to the numbers and their failure, and they see it prime and day every single day. They see it. It is right in their face. They know exactly what they have to do in order to start garnering viewership again and gaining the trust of people. However, they're not going to do it because once you go down the identity politics train, there is no coming back. You cannot. It is a one-way train. There is no going back. So now they have to double down. They have to triple down. If they don't double down or triple down, now you go from making less money to making no money, because that means both sides are going to boycott you and you're pretty much screwed at the end of the day. So Disney has decided that they're going to find out ways to try to lower their budgets, because that's really what they're focusing on. Lower their costs overall and try to somehow be profitable with with making less money. They never admit that they're making a way less money, even though in this SEC report, they essentially are admitting that. But they're never going to admit that because that's going to go against their ideology that they decided to double down on. So they rather make less money than make no money. They already lost families. They already lost people who actually care about this stuff. But the people who are super woke or the people who don't care and the normies who are still around watching Disney or going to Disney, they still got those people's money. So they rather make a little than make nothing. It says the SEC disclosure highlights the risk Disney faces concerning the potential misalignment with public and consumer preferences in entertainment, travel, and consumer products. It reads, generally, our revenues and profitability are adversely impacted when our entertainment offerings and products, as well as our methods to make our offerings and products available to consumers, do not achieve sufficient consumer acceptance. Further, consumers' perceptions of our position on matters of public interest, including our efforts to achieve certain of our environmental and social goals, often differ widely and prevent risk to our reputation and brands. Wow, that is an amazing admission right there. That is a lot more than what they normally tell you. Let me be real with you. And I guess they have no choice because, again, this is the SEC report. They have to be honest and they have to be upfront with potential investors. So, damn, that is an admission, ladies and gentlemen. They basically admit right here for all the people who shill for Disney saying, oh, Disney's going to be fine. Disney's not getting woke and going broke. They basically admitted right here that due to the perception of their position on matters of public interest, including and not pertaining to just social goals, they often differ widely and present risk to their reputation and brands. Well, there is no risk because it's already happened. Their reputation and their brand is tanking. It is tanking miserably. This movie Wish is a prime example of exactly where Disney stands. Nothing Disney puts out is profitable anymore, at least in terms of entertainment. Almost nothing they produce that was specifically for Disney only is profitable. It is really quite sad. And the crazy thing is they're spending an insane amount of money on these budgets, making it even more likely that they're going to fail at the box office. So they're trying to figure out ways to lower the cost because that's really the only chance that they have. It says matters of public interest should be translated as politics, and it's no secret that Disney is fighting a political battle against the preferences of American parents, the primary consumer for the Walt Disney Company. Children will watch just about anything they're shown up to a certain age. Therefore, it is the parent that has to be won over in the marketing for any Disney product or experience. Parents and prospective parents, according to a 2022 study in Proceedings of Royal Society, are associated with increased social conservatism. The findings lines up into the World's Value Survey, include 426,000 participants in 88 countries over a 40-year period, which showed the more children a person had, the more socially conservative they became. Disney knows this at the highest levels. It's hard to imagine that CEO Bob Iger doesn't understand this, which is why at a recent investors presentation at Walt Disney World Resort in Orlando, Iger recently pledged to quiet the noise on Disney's left-wing political activism. Well, that's what I was saying earlier in the video, guys. Let's be clear. They know exactly what the hell is going on. They know who their consumer is. They have information, the likes of which most of us can't even dream of having. They have it all, and they know exactly who's going to buy their product. The difference is that Disney has decided that social goals, political goals, whatever the case may be, are more important than actually making your customers happy and also making money. It is more important than all of that. They have become a propaganda machine. They are not an entertainment machine anymore. They are not a money-making machine anymore. They are a political activist company. They are all for politics. They are a propaganda machine. That is all Disney is for. That's all Disney is ever going to be for from here on out, because the moment they stop doing that, Disney will be completely canceled and both sides will say to go to hell. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video, comment, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out.